Good morning, good afternoon. Oh, you people are on mute, sorry. Just a minute.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
There are a few students from NAPJC, old APJC 1, 2 as well. Right, they were free, they also wanted to join the doubt lecture. So we'll just slightly channelize the sequence that we were planning to deal with. Firstly, we'll be dealing with HCV, magnetic field.
Last 15 questions.
Oh, magnetic field का last 15 questions. Yeah. Magnetic field chapter, मतलब chapter number 34. Chapter 34. बोलो.
$47, 61.
Particle moves in a circle of diameter this under the action of a magnetic field and electric field of this makes the path straight. Find the Q by M. BQV is equal to E. A particle moves in a circle of diameter under the action of a magnetic field and electric field of 200 volts per meter makes the path straight. Find the charge per mass ratio of the particle.
Now, how will you bring mass over here?
Maybe mg should be taken for the particle.
So, but then the direction should also be specified, right? Whether to add mg or subtract it, or in which direction.
Circle of diameter this. Okay, he gave you the diameter initially. R is equal to mb by b. Diameter is 1 something, right? 1 centimeter means, so radius is 0.05.
1.
Eh,
0.005.
0.005 meters. Right?
Yes.
mv by b2. Mass will come from here. mv by b2. Now, how do I get bq? How do I get bq? bq is equal to mb by 0.005. Substitute that here. mb by 0.005. bq into v is e into q. q by m आ जाएगा नहीं?
So, velocity.
Particle diameter, magnetic field strength is given, or field is given. So use this again.
Right, sir. Sir, it will be done.
Right? थोड़ा
Yes.
लंबा पड़ेगा, 2 बार यूज कर रहा हूँ. Q by M is equal to V square by E into 0.005. Right? Use this again, you'll get it in terms of V and E.
Yes.
61. है किया हुआ है क्लास नोट्स में. सॉलिड स्फीयर, hollow sphere का लेकर किया है. Have done both hollow sphere and solid sphere in class.
Okay.
You know the answer.
Yes, the same as hollow.
Mu by L is Q by 12 for all classical bodies. For quantum mechanics, it will be Q by 4m, which will not be within your syllabus.
So taking the two matrices of current electricity.
1 second, I'll put that after this chapter of HCV.
Okay.
I'll have to open that booklet. Now, this is chapter number 35 of HCV. Magnetic field due to current carrying wire. Current carrying wire.
Sir, short answer 5.
Short answer
5.
6, 9.
6 and 9. Did I hear you correct?
Yes. Yes.
So 11.
Sir, 8. 8, sir, 8.
Objective 1.
Sir,
8 and 12.
8 and 12. Objective 2. Short answer 5. Magnetic field inside a tightly wound long solenoid is mu naught Ni. It suggests that the field does not depend on the total length of the solenoid, and hence if we add more loops at the ends of the solenoid, the field should not increase. Explain qualitatively why the extra addition of the loop does not have considerable effect on the field inside the solenoid. When are you taking mu naught Ni? When it is infinitely long. When are you taking mu naught Ni? When it is infinitely long. When it is infinitely long, when you add loops at the outer circle, x is increasing here. Fifth में your magnetic field is mu naught Ni. Mu naught Ni. When it is infinitely long. From here you add, this x value will increase, will be very large. So effectively the magnetic field due to that will become 0. 6. You have calculated cos theta 1 and cos theta 2. When finite is taken, loops on both sides will contribute. Cos theta 1 will increase, cos theta 2 will increase. Right? 6. A long straight wire carries a current. Is Ampere's law valid for a loop that does not enclose the wire? That encloses the wire but is not circular. Ampere's law is universally valid. Long straight wire. Ampere's law is valid for this. Closed integral B dot dl is 0. Encloses the wire but is not at the center. Closed integral B dot dl is mu naught I. Ampere's law is perfectly valid. It will not be of help for you to calculate the magnetic field in those circumstances. That's all. But for that, these are fundamental laws. Gauss law for electrostatics, Gauss law for magnetism, Ampere's law. Then Faraday's law. These 4 are the fundamental laws of electromagnetic theory which will never fail. 8. Two wires carrying current placed perpendicular to each other just avoid a contact. If one wire is held fixed and the other is free to move under magnetic forces, what kind of motion does it result? We have already done this. If this is I2 and this is I1, we showed to you net force on this wire is 0, but not the torque. Force on this will be to the right, force on this will be to the left. Do you recollect this? Net force on this wire will be 0 because of this wire. Say something, yes or no. Right? So from here till above, because of this, the magnetic field will be a dot. Because of this, here it will be a cross. FBI, FBI. So the two forces will be equal and opposite. Net force on it will be 0, but torque will not be 0. So it will rotate this way. It will rotate. This is what was asked. I need to rub the board. 11th question you can answer orally. Quite often the wires are twisted so that each wire cancels out the magnetic field of the other wire. One will go this way, one will go this way. They are twisted. If they are kept straight, both will add, both the magnetic fields will add. Keep two wires this way. Outside the magnetic field will add. Slightly twist the wire. There will be some part of the magnetic field cancelling out. Hence, that would decrease the magnetic field outside. Somebody is saying, could you deal with the 12th as well? Two current carrying wires may attract each other. In absence of other forces, the wires will move towards each other. Kinetic energy is increasing. We already discussed this. Here, if the kinetic energy is increasing, who is doing work? Not magnetic field. Who is doing work? Not magnetic field. If the two wires are towards each other, the battery maintaining current is doing work. 12th question में battery does work. The battery maintaining current. We have done this in a different format. If you people remember, there was a wire in two springs connected. There was a battery connected. Magnetic field is towards us, right? So when this moves, there is compression in the spring. Who did the work was asked. 3 years batch we have already proved mathematically that the battery does work. The other batch will be proving in EMI. Objective 1A. The particle is projected in a plane perpendicular to a uniform magnetic field. The area bound by the part described by the particle is proportional to area will be pi r square. Pi r is equal to mb by bq whole square. So pi momentum square by b. Isn't it? So area is directly proportional to p square, not moment. Not moment. Now what next? Kinetic energy is equal to p square by 2m. P square is 2m into kinetic energy. So area is directly proportional to kinetic energy. What is the answer given here? I would go with area directly proportional to kinetic energy. Well, is a very good question. The best of the questions that HCV can play with. He actually played with the students. Electron is moving with a drift speed Vd. What will be the magnetic field outside? Magnetic field outside is mu naught I by 2 pi d. No, if there isn't, you people will go into electromagnetic theory, Lorentz force, ये सब सोचना शुरू कर दोगे. He's playing a practical joke with you. If this man observer is moving with drift speed Vd, he will see the electrons at rest. But what will be the current reported by him? Same current, because now he will see positive charges moving in the opposite direction with this speed. Positive charges were initially at rest. with respect to an observer on the ground. Now, if the observer is moving with VD, he will see electrons at rest, but positive charges moving in the opposite direction. So he will report the same current. So he will report the same magnetic field. Literally a practical joke played by HCD. It seems I left the 9th of the short answer questions. Two proton beams going in the same direction repel each other, whereas two wires carrying current in the same direction attract each other. See, wires are electrically neutral. Wires are electrically neutral. Current carrying wire, what is the charge? What is the charge of a current carrying wire? 0, right?
0.
But proton beam, there is electrostatic repulsion. See the value of K and see the value of mu naught by 4 pi, whichever is dominating, that will deflect. Current carrying wires may there is only magnetic field. Beam of protons may there is electrostatic repulsion as well. Do consider that. Exercise.
Sir, 16.
1 sec.
Sir, 46 and 51.
46 and 51.
22 and 25.
22 and 25.
Sir, 57 and 59.
57 and 59.
Sir, 68.
68 बोले आपने?
नहीं, 60, 69, 60.
68 है ही नहीं.
So 38.
Sir, 22 and 24.
20
22.
लिखा हुआ है. $16 actually is a dirty problem. A long straight wire carries a current of I. B1 be the magnetic field at a point P at a distance of D from the wire. B1 is the magnetic field. B1 will be mu naught I by 2 pi D. Consider a section of length L of this wire such that the point P lies on the perpendicular bisector of the section. Let B2 be the magnetic field at this point due to this section only. Now you are considering L. That means this will be L by 2 and L by 2. You know the value of alpha and beta. What will B2 be? Mu naught I by 4 pi D into 2 times sin alpha. Because sin alpha plus beta, alpha and beta are the same. This will be mu naught I by 4 pi D 2 times. What is sin alpha? L by 2 by root over of B square plus L square by 4. Now he is telling you, find the value of D by L so that B2 differs from B1. B2 minus B1 by B1 into 100 is equal to 1%. Substitute this B2 here, substitute B1 here and simplify for D by L. call d by L as some variable, substitute, divide, bring this to the denominator of the denominator, call it d by L as some variable and simplify that. Simplification thoda ganda hai, but problem for the sake of problem. Question number 22. Long wire carrying a current I is bent to form a plane angle alpha. Ini thoda ganda hai. Plane angle alpha. So this is alpha by 2 and this is alpha by 2. This is the long wire I carrying current. It comes this way and it goes this way. Now he says, find the magnetic field at a point on the bisector of this angle situated at a distance of x from the vertex. This distance is x. So can you drop a perpendicular here? Tell me the value of t. Sin alpha by 2. Sin alpha by 2 is d by x. D is equal to x sin alpha by 2. Now, magnetic field at this point because of this wire. Right? Now, we have the habit of using alpha and beta, right? I'll call this beta and this angle will be 90 degree. Because of this wire, magnetic field because of this wire, mu naught I by 4 phi d. D I will substitute from here into sin 90 plus sin beta. You will be able to calculate beta because you know d, you know x. This distance is x square minus b square. Substitute sin beta, right? Now this will give you the same value, the same d, same thing. The answer will be 2 times this. Substitute d, substitute sin beta, you get the answer. This wire and this wire both will give me magnetic field here perpendicular to the board outwards. So both will add up. Technically, this will be K cap. "25 is a practical joke with you people. The current in the circuit is 0. 25, the current in the circuit is 0. Use Kirchhoff's law and verify if the current is 0. Once the current is 0, आपको magnetic field कहाँ से आएगा? या nodal analysis use कर लो. Practical joke played with you people. Current in the circuit is 0. "38 A circular loop of radius 20 centimeters carries a current of 10 amperes. An electron crosses the plane of the loop with the speed of this. Direction of motion makes an angle of 30 degrees with the axis of the circle and passes through its center. Find the magnitude of the magnetic force on the electron at the instant it crosses the plane. Q into V cross B. F is equal to Q into V cross B. Q, V, B, sine 30. 30 degree बोला ना यार. How much it makes an angle of? Direction of motion makes an angle of 30 degree with the axis of the circle. Wonderful. I love it. If this is the loop, this is the magnetic field, this is the direction of the electron, this angle is 30 degree. Q is given, V is given, B is given, sine 30 value, you know. Oh, he confused you people with different language, that's all. Speed is given. And magnetic field value you have to calculate. What is the magnetic field here? Mu naught I R square by 2 into R square. No, it is not along the axis, it is at the center. Mu naught I by 2R. Mu naught I by 2R at the center. (46). A charge of this is distributed uniformly over a circular ring of radius. This ring rotates about its axis with an angular velocity of this. Find the ratio of the electric field to the magnetic field at a point on the axis at a distance of c. This is the positive charge. You will tell me the expression for electrostatic field here. E is equal to kq x by r square plus x square to the power 3 by 2. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now suppose this is rotating with an angular velocity omega. What will be the current? Q by time period. Q by 2 pi by omega. Now that I have the current, what will be the magnetic field? Mu naught I r square by 2 into r square plus x square to the power 3 by 2. So he wants the ratio of this. Brian has typed a message. In 18, why do we not consider the magnetic field at P due to the current in the infinite extended part of the wire outside the loop? 18 का क्या क्वेश्चन है? 18. Why don't we consider this infinite? No, he missed that. 18th question में undoubtedly HCV committed a mistake here. He wants the magnetic field here only due to the square loop. This part of the wire and this part of the wire, this infinite long wire, he didn't take into consideration. He wanted magnetic field only because of this part of the loop. It is a slip of his small error there. To show current in the circuit, he showed it that way, but he calculated magnetic field only because of the square.
Sir, in 46, the ring is rotating. So how can we exactly calculate the electric field at that point? Because it's rotating and it's not electrostatic condition.
हाँ, तो moving charges के लिए electrostatics हमने apply नहीं किया है. Two charges moving towards each other, you found out the velocity, you conserved momentum, moving away from each other. So there was an approximation there that B is much smaller than C. B is much smaller than C. Just to make sure that relativistic correction then nahi hogi. But for that, when it is rotating with nominal speeds, you can comfortably apply all the laws of electrostatics. It involves an approximation that B is much smaller than C. 51. He is asking you to show that such a magnetic field is not possible. If the magnetic field ends abruptly, there should be a current carrying source here. If the magnetic field ends abruptly, there should be a current carrying source here. Assume an ampere circulation like this. He gave the hint in the question itself. P, Q, R, S. Closed integral P dot dl is 0 because there is no current passing through this. That is what creates the problem. Now integral P dot dl from P to Q plus integral B dot dl from Q to R plus integral B dot dl from R to S plus integral B dot dl from S to P should be 0. P to Q, they are perpendicular and 0. Q to R, because the magnetic field is 0, it is 0. R to S, they are perpendicular, hence 0. Now this will be BL. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus BL cannot be 0. Hence, such a field is not possible. That means the right hand side should not be 0. If it will not be 0, only if there is a current carrying source here. So HCV is asking you to show that such a field is not possible. $57. A tightly wound solenoid of radius A and length L has n turns per length. It carries a current I. Consider a length dx. This contains n dx turns and may be approximated. Write the magnetic field at the center of the solenoid due to the circular current. Integrate this expression under proper limits to find the magnetic field at the center of the solenoid. ये किया हुआ है ना यार हमने in terms of cos theta 1 cos theta 2 किया है. Substitute the cos theta 1 and cos theta 2. If we do this in terms of cos theta 1 and cos theta 2. Dot cross. You took the magnetic field. You took this as theta 2 and this as theta 1. Substitute cos theta 1 and cos theta 2. You get the answer. Did we deal with this? Mu
Sir, we
naught.
had, sir, before we had not done it. I got it now.
Okay, okay. $59. A tightly wound long solenoid has n turns per unit length. The radius r and a current I. A particle having a charge q and mass m is projected from a point on the axis in a direction perpendicular to the axis. What will be the maximum speed for which the particle does not strike the solenoid? Here you will be committing only one mistake. You will take the radius of the solenoid to be the radius of the particle. You will commit only one mistake here. See, it should go in this form. Don't take it like this. That means it is changing its track here. If it is not supposed to touch the solenoid, it should go up and come back to here. That means the radius should be equal to r by 4. R by 4 is mv by b. Only one mistake that students committed, they may by mistake take radius of the solenoid to be the radius of the particle. This will be wrong. This will be right. Because if this were to happen, the radius changes here. Who is going to change the radius of the particle? Six zero. Tightly wound long solenoid is kept with its axis parallel to a large metal sheet carrying a surface current I. The surface current through a width dl of the sheet is kdl, and the number of turns per unit length of the solenoid is, and the magnetic field near the center of the solenoid is found to be 0. Hey, listen. This is a plate. This is a plate. This is a plate. In this plate, you have done the problem this way. Current is inwards. Magnetic field above was this way. Magnetic field below was this way. Yes or
Yes.
no? Now, you keep a solenoid like this. This is a solenoid. Let me assume this is a solenoid. This is a plate. If I keep a solenoid this way, the two magnetic fields can cancel out inside the solenoid. Yes or no? Magnetic field because of this plate is in this direction, and I keep a solenoid this way. So the two magnetic fields inside the solenoid can cancel out. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So equate both the magnetic fields. Magnetic field because of the plate, magnetic field because of the solenoid. You know both the expressions. Mu naught lambda by 2 here, there it is k by 2. Instead of lambda, they gave k. Right? Magnetic field inside the solenoid is mu naught Ni. Equate both, you get the answer. Second situation, he says the solenoid is made perpendicular. That means the two magnetic fields are perpendicular. Can I take the resultant of two vectors? Mu naught Ni and mu naught lambda by 2 का resultant कर पाऊंगा. If the solenoid is rotated to make its axis perpendicular to the metal sheet, sorry, he made it rotate, either way the answer is the same. He made it rotate such that this is the solenoid. Magnetic field due to the solenoid is vertically upwards, and magnetic field because of the plate is this way. Resultant will come this way, right? Current electricity booklet, current electricity booklet exercise 3. This is pending leftover. We dealt with 1, 2 and 4, but this 3 is pending since long. एक सेकंड रुको, मुझे करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का बुकलेट खोलने दो. करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का बुकलेट. एक सेकंड, यही दिक्कत होती है खोलने में, थोड़ा दिक्कत है, इसलिए we kept postponing it since long. Current electricity, yeah, मिल गया. Somebody typed match the column 5. Match list 5. Question 7 कौन सा मैच the column में आ रहा है? Question 7. match the column 5. Hey, fifth May, they are playing a practical joke with you people when it came to the value of R. Your trouble will be the resistance R in DE. Am I right? You have 2 ohms here, 4 volts, 4 ohms, 6 volts, 4 ohms, 6 volts. Now, the easiest way to solve such type of problems is this is the A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, and they wanted inequalities, right? Current through 4 ohm resistance can be 0 if E is equal to 6, E is greater than 6, E is less than 6. Now you need to solve this problem and it should be true for according to the question. If they didn't give you the value of R, the answer should be true for any value of R. Take R as a convenient number 1 ohm and solve the problem. Now according to the question given, it should be true for any value of R. Agreed? So जिसने भी question बनाया, he didn't give you different values of R. Current through 4 ohm resistance can be 0. R ka value is not given. That means it should be true for any value of R. Take it as 1 ohm and solve. Find the value of small e. Current through the 4 ohm should be 0. This is what you are telling me. If it should be 0, the potential here and potential here should be the same. Take this as potential 0. That means this will be small e. This will be 4 volts. This will be, take a value VC. This will be VC. This will be VC. Now you know what to do. You want the current here to be 0. That means sum of these two should be equal and opposite. Whatever current is coming here should be equal to the current here. Will I be able to solve the problem? This is E, this is VC. What is the current going here? E minus VC divided by 1 should be equal to, what is the current going here? 4 minus VC divided by 2. So these two currents are equal and these two potentials should be equal. How much is this? This is 0. This is 6. So VC should be equal to 6. VC should be equal to 6. Find the value of E. E minus 6 is equal to 2 times is equal to 4 minus 6. Right? E minus 6 is minus 2. E is equal to 6 minus 1.
E minus 6 is minus 1.
Where did I go wrong? E minus 6 is minus 1. Right? So, understood where they played. R value is not given. That means for any value of R, you should get the same answer. Neither did they give you the value of R in the match the column. So now you know how to solve the other bits of this. E should be equal to 6 volts, greater than 6 volts, lesser than 6 volts.
So for A, answer given is E greater than 6 volts.
We have committed a mistake somewhere. Are you sure? Current passing through 4 ohm resistance can be 0. We are getting E less than 6 volts, right?
Yes, sir.
Verify the answer again.
So it's given greater than 6 volt.
Then have a look at the simplification. I took this to be 0, this to be 4, this would be E. This you took as VC. E minus VC divided by R. Right? 4 minus VC divided by 2. Both should be equal. Only then the current in this will be 0, right? Net total current incoming should be 0. And if this is VC, this will be VC. This is 0, this is 6. Did I take the polarity correct? This is 6, this is 6. Both should be of the same potential. So VC is 6. VC is 6. Right? So 2 times, this is -2, -1. E minus 6 is -1. Is this -1 correct?
Yes, sir.
Do it even keeping it as R. E minus 6 divided by R is equal to 4 minus 6 divided by 2. 2E minus 12 is 4 minus 6 is -2 into R. -2 if I cancel out. This is 6. This gets cancelled out. I'll have -1. E minus 6 is minus R. E is equal to 6 minus R and R. So E should be
Sir,
less than.
sir, sir, you equated E minus VC upon 1 to 4 minus VC upon 2. So shouldn't it be VC minus E upon 1?
Yes, so the current would
Yes, sir.
add up, right? Because then it wouldn't be 0.
Then where did I commit the mistake? You are equating E minus VC divided by R. Current is coming in this direction.
So it should directly go to CB, right?
So
So that
this
there's no
incoming current. Okay, sorry. One negative sign का गलती किया है. This current should be equal to this current. Nothing is going here. That's the point, right?
Yes, the same direction it should.
So yeah, this current should be equal to VC minus 4 by 2. What did I write? 4 minus VC. My mistake. Blunder here. It will be VC minus 4 by 2. Or keep it as R only, we don't mind. Keep it as R. VC minus 4 by 2. Now solve, you get the answer. The negative sign of the arrow. Keep it as R. What are we doing now? E minus VC divided by R, the incoming current. Whole of the current is going in this direction. VC minus 4 by 2. Fair enough. E minus 6 is equal to, VC is how much? 6, right? 6 minus 2 is 1 into R. E is equal to 6 plus R. Answer given is correct. My mistake, I went wrong with a negative sign. Now on the same basis, will you be able to solve for the other 3? Say something. Technically, I should have taken this current plus this current to be 0. If I took this current and I took this current, sum of both should have been 0. So this plus the previous equation which I wrote, that sum of both when you equate it to 0, when you are taking this current to the other side, you will get VC minus 4 by 2. क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 किसी ने लिखा था इसमें. क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 है कहां? कॉम्प्रहेंशन 2 का बोल रहे हो आप क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. कॉम्प्रहेंशन 2 का क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. कॉम्प्रहेंशन 2 में alpha is equal to 1 by rho d rho by dt, where rho is the resistivity, right? Now he wants, hey, 6 should be solved for that. Alpha is minus n by t, resistivity is equal to alpha is minus n by t is equal to d rho by rho into 1 by dt. dt minus n by t is d rho by rho. Integrate this, right? You get the resistivity rho. Now substitute the values from the question given. Rho is given, alpha is given, t is given. Find the value of A. Where is A by the by? Where is the? It is not n, it is A. Alpha is equal to minus A by 2. It is not n, it is A. Now you'll get that.
So will you be taking magnetism booklet doubts today?
Yes, obviously. ये खत्म होते ही 2 मिनट में हो जाएगा.
So can you solve comprehension 5 20th question?
Comprehension 5. Three 4 volts batteries of internal resistance 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 are connected in parallel, and this combination is in series with connected in parallel. This combination is in series with a resistance of 2.045, 0.1 ohm, 0.2 ohm, 0.3 ohms, 4 volts batteries, 4 volts, 4 volts, 4 volts. The terminal voltage of the equivalent cell is, here I think the answer match will be a problem because we use some approximation somewhere in between. Right. The reason why we don't get the answer is number of significant digits we take and they take is wrong. They are not supposed to report up to 4 decimals. Significant digits आपका एक ही है. So your answer, right? The problem is in the calculation. Terminal voltage is I into R. I into R. Just find out the current, you get the answer. But significant digits में दिक्कत है. You can take only up to 1 significant digit. Now they gave up to 4 decimals means it doesn't match. Right? E equivalent by R equivalent, put it as 4 by 0.1 plus 4 by 0.2 plus 4 by 0.3. This is 40 plus 40 by 2 plus 40 by 3. This will be 6. Take the decimal. Now 1 by R equivalent is 1 by 0.1 plus 1 by 0.2 plus 1 by 0. Right, now find out R equivalent and substitute here. You will get E equivalent. Once I get E equivalent, you will get I. I will be equivalent by 2.045 plus R equivalent. I into this will be the terminal voltage across this. Problem is with the number of significant digits. They have taken it to be wrong. They can take only up to 1 significant, I mean 2 significant digits. नहीं, 1 is significant. R equivalent जितना आ रहा है देख लो, that will decide the significant digits. 4 decimals तक लेंगे तो you will for sure get it wrong. Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
magnetism booklet exercise 1. Wait, let me see how many of them are there in the class. I need two things. One, I need magnetism booklet also. 1 second group. Physics. अरे यार, Ayush, you typed something. Can you do B part of match the column? Abhi, you try it. No, you have already rubbed it. I didn't see your message then. Magnetism का booklet, right? नहीं. I'll have to use the hard copy only. Soft copy है नहीं मेरे पास. 1 second रुको. Magnetism का booklet मेरे पास.
Sir, I have sent you.
Yes, I got magnetism का booklet, but I think I have the old version. But let's verify. Exercise 1 में change नहीं होगा. Let us assume exercise 1.
Sir, 14.
2, 14, 16.
Sir, 21.
Somebody type 3, 21. 5,
Sir, 33.
18, 33. 19, 27. 26, 7. 32.
Sir, 4.
Now, listen. 1 second. Let me put it in. Now, question number 2. Net magnetic field at the center of the circle due to a current carrying loop as shown in the figure. Hey, listen. This is a circle. Because of this part, you want the magnetic field here. Here, current is in which direction? Clockwise. Current is in clockwise direction. So here magnetic field will be mu naught I by 2r into theta by 2 pi. Clockwise will be south pole minus k plus of. Now this is the wire because of which you want the magnetic. Find out this d, right? This will be theta by 2 and theta by 2. Plus of mu naught I by 4 pi d. 2 times sine theta by 2. Sine alpha plus sine beta. Here current is in the downward direction. It will be k cap. So these both will get subtracted. All you have to do is find out the value of d and substitute. How will you get the value of d? You know this is r, this is d. You know theta by 2. Can you find out d? Sorry. Cos theta by 2 is equal to d by r. D is equal to r cos theta by 2. Substitute d as r cos theta by 2. Add both, you will get the answer. One is minus k cap, one is plus k cap. I unnecessarily did the complete simplification. He doesn't want the value, he only wants the direction. He wants you to verify which is larger among the two. आपको simplification करने की जरूरत है नहीं. He just wants the direction. Can I rub the board? How do I do the comparison here? Which is larger? उसको तो सिर्फ direction चाहिए. Put an arbitrary value of theta. According to his answer, for any value of theta, you should get the correct answer, right? Put theta is equal to 30 degrees, pi by 6, and solve and compare. You'll get the answer. If you're typing, sir, D is coming, but answer is C. No, you will get the answer. Do it properly. Put theta equal to pi by 6 and C. Question number 3, I think we dealt with this in the class. Somebody asked 3. Somebody asked 3. Didn't we deal with this in the class? किया है कि नहीं?
Sir, we have done.
Alpha, beta, same answer. Only thing he kept the platform flat.
So actually the answer wasn't matching in this one.
मैच करेगा यार, अब पूरा सिंप्लीफिकेशन करने में बहुत टाइम जाएगा. क्लास नोट से एक बार दे. Somebody is typing even for the second question they got D since the answer is perpendicular to the paper inwards if theta is less than 90, okay, and perpendicular to the paper outwards if theta is greater than 90 and less than 180. Answer given is C. For the second question, are you people getting the answer?
For the third one.
No, wait. Second question, somebody typed they are getting D, but the answer given is C, it seems. Objective 1, exercise 1. Second question, answer given is C. This simplification, people refer to the class notes. Second question, I will do it. For any arbitrary value, you have taken this and you have taken this, right? Perpendicular to the paper inwards for theta is less than 90 RI. This is what you people say. D is what you are getting. Theta less than 90. Right? Let me take 30 degree, and this is what clockwise. This is anti-clockwise. This is theta by 2. This is theta by 2. Magnetic field because of this is mu naught I by 2r. Theta by 2 pi. Because this is clockwise, it will be inverse minus k cap plus mu naught I by 4 pi d 2 times sine theta by 2. And this is perpendicularly outwards k cap. Now theta for a value theta less than 90. For theta less than 90 degree, let me take 60. Right? 60. This will be mu naught I by 2r. 60 means pi by 3 divided by 2 pi minus k cap plus mu naught I by 4 pi d. How did we calculate? Cos theta by 2. is d by r, right? D is equal to r cos theta by 2 is 60 by 2. This is pi by 6. Intentionally we did that. That's why we took 60. Cos r cos pi by 6. Right? 2 sine theta by 2, 60 by 2. This is pi by 6 k cap. Now mu naught I by 2r, bring it out. Mu naught I by 2r, mu naught I by 2r, bring it out. Pi and pi will go. This will become 1 by 6 minus k cap plus mu naught I by 2r when I have a pi in the denominator. Mu naught I by 2r. 1 pi will remain here. R into went out. Sin pi by 6 by cos pi by 6 will become tan pi by 6. This is k cap. Could you tell me if this is greater than this or this is greater than this? Tan pi by 6 by pi, is it greater than 1 by 6? Make it fast. Somebody simplify this using a calculator because I've got pi in the denominator.
The second term is greater.
Second term is greater, then that means the answer is towards k cap. K cap is perpendicularly out. Who are these idiots who got this? Is this guy a spammer? Ayush A41? Ayush A41, switch on your mic. Ayush A41, switch on the mic. Waste of time here. Gade बैठते, they give members to spammers who enter in for no reason. That guy continuously was typing DRI sir, DRI sir. I did the simplification. ये simplification नहीं होगा यार आपसे. फालतू का time waste करवाते हो. He left the meeting. ही नहीं, स्पैमर है ये बंदा, बैठ के फालतू में टाइम वेस्ट करवा रहा है डाउट लेक्चर. Why do you people give the links to such type of people? I don't understand. Now, fourth question. Hey, fourth we have explained this. Weierstrass law, dB mu naught I by 4 pi dl cross r upon r cube. We wrote this as mu naught dq by dt by 4 pi dl cross r upon r cube. dl by dt is v, mu naught by 4 pi. If I am replacing dq with q, I am replacing dp with v. V cross r upon r. Have I given you this formula?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I forgot the formula.
And we used this for a very specific reason, to prove the failure of Newton's law. Do you remember the two particles going perpendicular? We are yet to answer that for your batch. The 3 years batch we have answered, but the other batch we are yet to answer, right? And this expression is actually a very, I would say, impractical expression. Right? Then it is an impractical expression. Why? Because value of this is very, very small for nominal values of V. And if I consider V comparable to C, the expression itself is not valid. It needs relativistic correction. For V much lesser than C, V much lesser than C, this expression is valid. But then V becomes very small. Contrary, when V is large, the expression is not valid. So very practically speaking, this expression doesn't make much sense, but it's okay. Fifth question. Three rings, each having an equal radius r, are placed mutually perpendicular to each other and each having its center at the coordinate system. If current I is flowing through each ring, then the magnitude of the magnetic field at the common center is, what is wrong with you people? Resultant of तीन vectors पूछ रहा है यार. The magnetic field will be mu naught I by 2r I cap plus mu naught I by 2r j cap plus mu naught I by 2r k cap. Resultant is पूछ रहा है 50%. 7. A uniform beam of positively charged particles is moving with a constant velocity parallel to another beam of negatively charged particles moving with the same velocity in opposite direction separated by a distance of d. Variation of magnetic field along a perpendicular line drawn between the two beams is represented by, have a look at it. You have positive charge coming out of the board, negative charge going into the board. Negative charge going into the board, I'll consider is positive charge coming out of the board. Have a look at it. Positive charge going into the board, negative charge coming out of the board. Negative charge coming out of the board is as good as positive charge going into the board. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? So now magnetic field, the charged particle is going this way. Magnetic field in between will be in which direction? V cross R. I'll make it a bit big. This is positive charge, positive charge. Positive charge going. He is not asking electrostatic force. So consider it to be current. So this is as good as current going in this direction, current going in this direction. Because of this, the magnetic field will be downwards. Because of this, the magnetic field will be upwards. At the center, both will be equal and opposite. It will cancel out. Right? This distance is R, this distance is d minus R. Magnetic field here will be mu naught I by 2 pi R minus mu naught I by 2 pi d minus R. इसका graph draw करो, or the easiest way is to see at very close to this and very close to this, it will go to infinities. Very close to this, it will reach infinity. Very close to this also, it will reach infinity in the opposite direction. So that will give you a hint as to which among the four is the graph. Tell me if the hint is surplus or not.
Yes, sir. It can only be D.
A very similar thing you did in electrostatics also. 2 point charges, expression for potential का graph HCV ने पूछा. We did something very similar to the objective of HCV in electrostatics. Equal currents I is flowing in 3 infinitely long wires along X, Y, and Z. Magnitude of the field at a point 0, 0, minus A. Okay, this is simple 3D geometry. You should be able to solve. Equal currents बोल रहा है along infinitely long wires X, Y, and Z. See, X is this, Y is this, Z is this. Z, how will I draw? Z axis, I will draw it as a outside, right? It is a cross. Sorry, dot. Dot. I have I current here. I have I current here. I have I current here. Now his point is 0, 0, minus A. X is 0. Y is 0. Minus A is here. That means he is asking for a point here. This will produce a magnetic field. This will produce a magnetic field, but the Z axis current will not produce any magnetic field ahead of it. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Now, because of X, what will be the magnetic field? Mu naught I by 2 pi d. D is a which direction? Because of this, magnetic field will be here in the downward direction. Because of the X component, magnetic field is mu naught I by 2 pi d infinite long wire minus j cap. Because of this wire, you are able to see that here it will be downwards. Now, because of this, it will be towards plus k cap mu naught I by 2 pi d. Because of this plus I cap. And what is the value of d? According to the given question, it is a.
Sir,
I
answer is
think-
given A.
Just a minute. I solved for plus a. He asked for minus a. You will have to go behind them.
Okay, sir, got it.
I solved for plus a. I solved it here by mistake. While the question asked is behind the board. Will you be able to solve?
Sir, yes,
I
sir, got my
solved
mistake.
for coordinates 0, 0, a. He asked for 0, 0, minus. $16. You are taking because of this segment. A long, thin walled pipe of radius r carries a current I along its length. Current density is uniform over the circumference of the pipe. The magnetic field at the center of the pipe due to quarter portion of the pipe. Due to this, you are not interested about this. You are interested about this. Consider an element at an angle of theta, and this is d theta. This element will have di current in it. How much will the current be? I divided by this length. You know how to calculate di, unitary method. Because of this element, the magnetic field here, if the current is going inwards, draw a circle this way. This will have a bx component, this will have by component. If this is theta, 90 minus theta, this is theta. Right? This is magnetic field. Bx is b cos theta. Mu naught delta I, calculate the current in this. I'll call this I dash. Divided by, this is R. This is infinite long wire. This is infinite long wire. Right? 2 pi R cos theta. Integrate this from 0 to pi by. Similarly, find out by. B sin theta. This will be mu naught I dash by 2 pi R sin theta 0 to pi by 2. When you calculate I dash will be this you are taking as I dash. I divided by pi R into R and d theta. Whole of this quarter segment of the cylinder is carrying a current of I. By pi R by 2. This length will be pi R by 2 into R beta. Substitute this I dash and integrate from 0 to pi by 2.
So will you be dealing with exercise 4 today?
I don't think exercise 1 ही कहाँ खत्म होगा.
Okay, sir.
Tomorrow also I have a lecture with 3 years, which I think we may be converting into doubt lecture. I'll finish off 3, 4, 5 in tomorrow's class. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Question number 18. Do you people remember we have done, if this is I, this is B, this angle is alpha and this angle is beta, right? Do you people remember the formula for magnetic field here? Mu naught I by 4 pi d sine alpha plus sine beta. Do you people remember this? Have we done this or not? I forgot in one batch, hence I'm asking. कुछ तो बोलो.
We have
Suppose even if I have forgotten, have a look at this. You know the formula for this. This is alpha, this is beta. Mu naught I by 4 pi d sine alpha minus sine beta. This was plus. Sorry, here it becomes minus. This became plus. Yes or no? You are aware of this formula? Right? Now, here beta is coming above. So it becomes minus sine beta. Now, why are you telling me this formula? 18th ka it's a directed. 18th question. One wire is like this, one wire is bent this way. Because of this wire, what will be the magnetic field? 0. So all you have to calculate is only because of this wire. Isn't it? Extend this, drop a perpendicular. This will be D. This will be alpha. Rather, this will be beta, this will be alpha. Right? So apply that particular formula, you get the answer. Is the diagram clear?
yes, sir.
Nineteenth question, he is playing a practical joke with you. It is nothing but a solenoid. Mu naught Ni he gave us lambda. So it is mu naught lambda. If there is current flowing this way, inside the tube, the magnetic field, it is nothing but a solenoid, right? Current per unit length diya hai. There is nothing but N into I. It's a practical joke with you people. It is nothing but a solenoid. Mu naught lambda. Lambda is the current per unit length. Number of turns per unit length into I is current per unit length. Twenty-first में one wire the current is coming outwards, another wire current is going inwards. Current is coming outwards. See, if the current is coming outwards, here the magnetic field will be upwards. Here current is going inwards. So again magnetic field will be upwards. Add up both of them. 2 nines mu naught J by 2. My answer is this. Find out J. J by 2 into this particular distance. This distance is D by 2. This is D by 2. This is D by 2. So D by 2. This is my answer. Substitute J, you get the answer. J is current density, not J cap. Here J is current density, not the J cap. 21st one. Both the currents will add up. See the directions carefully. This is a dot. Magnetic field lines will be like this. So it will be upwards. This is a cross. Magnetic field lines will be like this. It will be upwards. In this region, both of them will add up. Frequently committed mistake by the students is they cancel them out. "27. They are playing with you people. V is V naught I cap plus V naught J cap. The coordinates of the particle at time t equal to pi by V naught alpha. Now see, magnetic field along the x-axis. Magnetic field is V naught I cap. So force along x-axis will be 0. Do you agree with that? Force along x-axis, will it be 0 or not? That means velocity along x-axis will be constant. If velocity is constant, displacement is V naught into time. V naught into time is how much? Pi by V naught alpha. This will be the x coordinate of the time t. There is only one option with that, hence I go with D option. They are playing a practical joke with you people here. "26th, keep it pending because you have to derive or use one formula. C is root over of 1 minus mu naught epsilon naught. This need to be used only, then you can solve 26. And either way, it is no big deal. It's a very small petty thing. Once we deal with this in EM waves, it becomes quite easy for you. "32, 33. 32, an electron experiences a force. 32, an electron experiences a force, this, in a non-uniform magnetic field when its velocity is this. When the velocity is redirected and becomes this, the magnetic force on the electron is 0. F is equal to Q into V cross B. 32. Force is given. Its velocity is this. Force is equal to Q into V cross B. First equation he gave you the force. Right? Q will not have any value. Keep the value of Q as it is. Velocity is given as 2.5 into 10 raised to 7 kcal. When the velocity is redirected and becomes this, velocity is redirected and given this, force will become 0. The magnetic force on the electron is 0. The magnetic field vector is. When do you think the force on a charged particle will become 0 due to a magnetic field? When it is moving parallel to the magnetic field? Yes or no? Now, when it is moving parallel to the magnetic field, so in the second case, 1.5 I cap minus 2 j cap. So that means your magnetic field should be in this direction. Now you know how to solve. Yes or no? 32nd, I repeat, they gave you a direction. If velocity is along 1.5 I cap minus 2 j cap into 10 raised to 7, then force is 0. That implies magnetic field should be along this direction. Among the 4 options, which of them is along this direction? Have a look. Your job becomes much easier. (33) Radius is mv by v2. It should enter into that particular slot. Radius is mv by vq. Now, what is the velocity? Half mv square is equal to E into V. Call it V naught. He gave potential of V, or call it capital V. He gave this as V. Q into V. You will get velocity, or put this kinetic energy as P square by 2m. This P you can substitute here. From the distance he has given, you find out the radius. It goes this way, right? This distance will be R and R. If you know this D, B will be equal to 2R. Find out R and substitute here. Momentum here. You get the answer for this. Tomorrow's class with the 3 years batch, I'll finish off exercise 2, 3, and 4.
Sir, can you give some time per phone? We have not finished it completely.
Then tomorrow I'll continue with EMI. Is that
Okay.
okay? Will you keep your classmates informed? Because the other day we decided we'll convert both this into doubt lectures. So then please leave a message to your friends. Remind me, I'll also leave a message. Tomorrow is a regular class for 3-year students. EMI and something very important will be covered. They cannot bunk. Okay. Chinmay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Chinmay is not from 3 years batch, is it? Hey, there is a Chinmay in 3 years batch. Yeah?
Sir, I am from here.
Leave a message in your group that tomorrow is a regular class of EMI and not a doubt lecture. Hi Anna, kuch to bolo.
Okay.
Okay. See you people in tomorrow's class. Good day. Bye and thank you.